Don't know if you're listening to this right now, the Patriots defense is missing a lot of players. Yes, they finished defense one last year, but it's not going to be the same defense.
BRB Blazer.
Bus. Okay, so we're talking about defenses in this episode. But before we get on to defenses we like, we're going to talk on a defense that we realize it. It's like, you know, we do all these podcasts and we think we're letting the people know. But then we go and do our draft last night, and what happens? We got someone drafting the Patriots defense in the 7th round of the draft. And here's a...
Why is everyone so fucking stupid?
Sorry.
But truly though, why is everyone so fucking stupid? Did we roast the guy? Yes, he got absolutely roasted for it. We told him there's a lot of players on on Patriots defense. If you don't know, if you're listening to this right now, the Patriots defense is missing a lot of players. Yes, they finished defense one last year, but it's not going to be the same defense. This is not, you know. You read a report about, it's Bill Belichick's defense. Don't worry, they're always going to be good. Da, 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 da. It's like, it doesn't matter. What we talked about it. It doesn't matter when you're on your second string, and then say your second string guy gets hurt, and then now you're on your third string / poor practice squad cornerback. Listen, they're going to get absolutely demolished out there. You know?
Yeah, for sure. So, you know, we were roasting him. He took the Patriots in the 7th round. He said, "Wait, this is the year," and we're like, "Wait, this is the year."
That was last year.
Yeah. This is the year that they're not going to be the number one defense. But yeah, so the Patriots, they lose a ton of players due to opting out for COVID and free agency. They lose their starting defensive tackle, Danny Shelton, former first-round draft pick. They lose Jamie Collins as well. They lose Kyle Van Noy to the Dolphins. Then you have Dante Hightower, if I'm pronouncing his first name right. He opts out, and they lose their starting safety, Patrick Chung, who's just a savvy veteran. He's been with the Patriots for a ton of years as well. So you're already looking at 5 to 6 potential guys. And I actually forgot they picked up Michael Bennett halfway through the year last year as well. He's no longer on the team either. So, I mean, you're looking at 6 potential starters from last year that are no longer there. And another reason why the Patriots, I think, did so good is because through the first 8 weeks last year, they didn't play a team that was above 500.
They played absolutely no one. They
played like the
Dolphins,
worst teams.
Bengals, Jets,
Jaguars.
It was insane.
The Browns, they were playing like the worst teams through the first 8 games of the season. So of course they were dominating, and they were just scoring touchdowns at like an unprecedented rate. It was just insane.
The Patriots defense are not going to get you 30 points per game again. Okay, we'll tell you who might. But not that team.
Yeah. So I just think that, you know, obviously people are going to be like, oh, the Patriots, they did so good. Let's go get them so high. Like I said, someone drafted them in the 7th round. I would be fading the Patriots defense. Could they still be good? A good defense? I'm not going to doubt the mad scientist, Bill Belichick over there. But when you're losing 6 starters potentially,
count me out.
And like I said, now with the COVID issue, now like Mike said, if one of those guys get hurt, the second string guy gets injured or he gets COVID, now you're on third string guys. So it's just, I don't think the Patriots defense is going to be that good. And then I was reading an article a while back. It was just talking about how defenses, they don't repeat as the number one defense. A lot of times they won't even repeat as a top 5 defense the following year after repeating or after finishing as the number one overall defense. So just looking at some stats back from 2014, you had the Eagles who finished as the number one overall defense in 2014. The next year, number 12 defense. 2015, Cardinals, number 1 defense. Next year, number 4. Like I said, sometimes they'll finish in the top 5, but they won't finish number 1 again. 2016, the Chiefs were the number 1 defense. The very next year in 2017, the 12th best defense. 2017, you had the Jacksonville Jaguars, that crazy good defense, the Jaguars were that year. People were drafting them super high the next year in 2018. Where did they finish in 2018? Number 12 overall defense, so not very good. Then you get the Chicago Bears in 2018 after they get Khalil Mack, finished as the number 1 overall defense. Another defense a lot of teams were going out there and drafting high because they thought, you know, here's the Bears defense again. Where did they finish last year? Defense number 17, the Bears, after finishing number 1 the year prior. So the point I'm getting is Patriots finished as the number 1 overall defense last year. Are they going to finish as the number 1 overall defense again? No, they're not. And I'm just going off what the numbers saying. You know, I always say it all the time. Men lie, women lie. These numbers don't lie.
They do not lie.
And just, you know, going off those numbers, them losing a ton of players, you know, it's hard for that defense to even be at a top 5 defense again. So I would be avoiding the Patriots, especially for the high draft capital that you're gonna have to spend to get them.
Dude.
You know, because like you said, someone's gonna reach for them that high. It's like cool, let someone
'em.
reach for them, because now a running back, a receiver, a tight end, a quarterback you want, or something like that, they've just fallen one spot closer to you.
You weren't there because you got there a little bit late. And you were phoning in your picks, but do you know what? It was funny. Is like 2 picks before he went. Someone said, "Man, I feel like defenses went way earlier last year," and then all of a sudden it was his turn, and he was like, "Patriots defense." So get into people's heads, man. It truly works. Like if you know someone's a kind of a dope, and they'll pick up defenses like super early or kickers, you throw in a mention like that, they might fall for it. You never know.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say the problem with when you take a defense that high, you feel obligated to play them week after week after week, and you don't want to drop them. And then now you got somebody on your roster that you just don't want on your team, or you just feel obligated to play, and now you don't want to drop them off your team. Yeah. So don't draft defenses early.
Yeah,
that's the thing to this message. But so that being said, man, that clip was informative, huh? There's plenty more right here if you click that. Also, go ahead and subscribe right there.